I'm starting to suspect that on the hard module, these graph questions are less about the accuracy of the graph and more about understanding the passage. So we're going to kind of do that and make sure we go there first and see if what we can get, right? So what do we have to do? We have to complete the statement. So we're going to continue whatever thought is here. This kind of fungi in soil benefits many plants, substantially increasing the mass of some. So benefits. A student conducted an experiment to illustrate this effect. The student chose 3 plant species for the experiment, including 2 that are these hosts, species known to benefit from the fungi, and 1 non-whatever species, a species that doesn't benefit from and may even be harmed by it. So, okay, some benefit, some are harmed. The student then grew several plants from each species, both in soil containing the fungi and in soil that had been treated to kill the fungi. So after several weeks, the student measured the plant's average mass and was surprised to discover, okay, so I'm going to guess here that basically there's something about the fungi being all good or all bad. That's my guess. Or having no effect. No effect. So basically, the original hypothesis was the fungi benefits many plants. So I'm expecting, since it's a surprise, they're going to contradict that in some way. There's a lot of ways to contradict that. Maybe I'm being a little too inclusive. But let's see what we get here. The broccoli, okay, so broccoli is against it. So this is the good, bad. Okay. And let's see. Actually, let's just look at the chart, right? The average mass of plants grown in soil containing the fungi, the average mass of plants grown in soil treated to kill the fungi. So the killing lower. They're all lower. Okay. So broccoli grown in soil containing the fungi had a slightly higher average mass than broccoli grown in soil that had been treated to kill the fungi, which would be surprising because broccoli is supposed to be harmed by the fungi, and yet it was also helped. So maybe, I don't know. Let's keep going. Corn grown in soil containing this fungi had a higher average mass than broccoli grown in soil containing that. No, that wouldn't be surprising because the corn is a yes one. It's supposed to grow from this, so it's supposed to benefit, and it did benefit. So this is like what we expected, but because of the end part, that word surprise, it's wrong. We don't want something we expected. We want something unexpected. Okay. C, marigolds grown in soil containing this fungus had a much higher average mass than marigolds grown in soil that had been treated. No, again, this is exactly what we would expect, right? So both of these so far are what are expected based on the original hypothesis that this fungus helps these plants, it benefits them, and so that is exactly what B and C are saying, and that's not a surprising thing, it's an expected thing. D, corn had the highest average mass of all 3 species grown in soil that had been treated to kill fungi, while marigolds had the lowest. I don't know why that would be good or bad, or surprising or not. I guess the problem with this one is we're comparing the wrong thing, right? We're supposed to kind of compare the different, basically I guess we're supposed to compare corn and marigolds to the broccoli, right? There's kind of the two things because we're comparing them with the fungus and without the fungus. C is more comparing the corn to the marigolds. This just feels off. A hits the right notes, right? The broccoli we would expect the broccoli to not benefit from the fungus because that's what this says, and yet it did benefit. So that's what A is saying, and there you go. So this is confusing. There's a lot of stuff going on, but notice how it's all just kind of positives, negatives, yeses and nos. And honestly, the most important word in this entire thing was that word surprise, right? If we miss that word, then choices B and C suddenly look really, really good. So it's really important to notice when they're kind of switching or contradicting themselves in some way. That's usually much more important than what's going on in the graph. You need to understand the logic of the experiment or of what the paragraph is trying to lead you towards.